Every life begins with a single breath. From the curious eyes of infancy to the first discoveries of early childhood, the learning and friendships of middle childhood, the challenges and growth of late childhood, the struggles and awakenings of adolescence, the responsibilities and dreams of early adulthood, and the reflection and wisdom of middle adulthood. 7 stages, 1 journey, in motion.
I'm Mika Pomoso and I have 3 kids. But now I'll be talking about Riley, my 8-year-old daughter. During her infancy years, ang first physical milestone ni Riley is really crawling. Yun yung una niyang ginawa. And then, Riley communicates yung needs niya and emotions niya. Usually, it's between crying and yung gestures. Yun yung ginagawa niya, as far as I remember. Pagka may gusto yan siya, pag good mood siya, tuturo na yan. Pupuntahan niya, pero titignan niya if I'll agree to it or iaabot ko ba sa kanya and all. Or minsan, pagka may mood swing siya, yun na, iiyak yan, nagtatantrum siya. Riley, during her infancy, toddler years niya, during that time, sabik na sabik siya sa tao because during that time, lagi lang kami nasa bahay, both of us, kaming dalawa lang. Since I'm a single mom, so kaming dalawa lang talaga laging nasa bahay. So, did your child show attachment to you? Yes, Riley is very a clingy baby. Yun yung napansin ko sa kanya. Siguro kasi breastfeeding siya. So, during that time, masyado siyang clingy sa akin. Like, grabe yung, parang may sipang siya, ganun. But, anyways, ayun, ganun naman siya. Parang puro yan dikit lang sa akin. Pero pag kunyari lumalabas kami and all, siya sa mga tao, like smiling, siya, as in very, dito? Parang tuwang-tuwa siya sa mga tao. Like, akala mo, kinulong siya, tapos parang ngayon siya nakakita ng tao, tapos parang tuwang-tuwa siya, ganun siya. During her early childhood naman, yung language skills na nag-develop during this stage kasi malaking help talaga sa akin is YouTube. During that time, yung mga Cocomelon, Blippi, ganyan, doon, minsan nga sa totoo lang, hindi kasi ako yung mom na talagang, yung maturo, yung ganyan. Nagugulat na lang ako, like, nakakausap na niya ako, like, nagulat ako may mga words siya nasasabi. And, ayun, basta, yun, thank you YouTube talaga ako that time. So, what types of play did your child enjoy? Blocks, mahilig siya sa blocks nun. Sorry, mahilig din siyang yung nagbabasa-basa kunyari. Yun, napansin ko sa kanya nung bata pa lang siya. Nawala lang yung video ko na yun, but yun yung hilig niya. Gusto niyang nagbabasa-basa, tapos, yung mga blocks, mostly ganun, yun yung nilalaro niya. Riley, nung nagkaroon siya ng kapatid, after a year, kasi magkasunod lang sila ni Jayla, sobrang nanggigigil siya, sobrang tuwang-tuwa siya sa kapatid niya, ganun. So, ayun, during those times, nakakatuwa silang tignan kasi parang si Riley feel niya na ate siya kasi may baby sister siya. Ayun. Si Riley, medyo, nung mga panahon na yan, napansin ko na rin talaga, mas mabilis siyang magalit. Like, mabilis siyang ma-disappoint, mabilis siyang ma-down. Pag kunyari, nagbe-build siya ng blocks, ganyan. And then nalaglag. Parang nadidisappoint siya sa sarili niya na she would cry na kailangan talagang mabuo na yon. Pag hindi na nabuo yun, tapos nalaglag nga, nasanggi niya, tapos nalaglag. Ako, she would cry talaga na parang, akala mo, ano-ano na siya ng mundo, ganun. So, pero during that time naman, si Riley, ang napansin ko naman sa kanya, what signs of independence or self-confidence did you notice? Si Riley naman that time, alam ko talagang smart baby siya. Like, clingy siya sa akin, but alam ko na, ewan ko, makikita mo kasi yun sa kids like, sila, na kaya niyang, during that time, kaya niya yung sarili na, kaya niya kumain mag-isa, ilang taon pa lang siya noon. Tapos, nung pa siya, ng mga 3, ganyan, 4, kaya na yung sarili niya. Pero, yun nga, medyo nabibi kasi si Riley. So, at saka, medyo, dahil nasundan siya agad, parang, meron siyang part sa sarili na lagi na nakukompare yung sarili na with my second baby, which is Jayla. So, ayun, yun lang yung napansin ko sa kanya, na, mas nag-less yung confidence niya, kahit na pinupush namin siya na she's doing great, ganyan. Pag napagtabi na sila ni Jayla, nawawalan siya ng confidence, which is yun lang naman yung napansin ko. Yun, during that time. What changes have you observed in your child's personality over time? Yun nga, because of the, I think yung generation ngayon, because of the social media, napansin ko, syempre, hindi maiwasan na I would compare it with how we were before. Before kasi, mas disciplined, like, in a way na parang we don't debate siyempre pagka mas matanda sa atin, ganyan. But now kasi yung mga kabataan, parang mas expressive sila, parang pag meron silang gusto sabihin, minsan hindi sila nag-iisip kung tama pa ba. So, like, si Riley, she's a good kid. It's just that sometimes, may mga times na mahilig siya makipagdebate about things, which is because maybe, yun nga, she's smart. Kaya, hindi siya yung katulad ng before namin na parang pwede pang mauto-uto. Ngayon, oo, mauto mo sila, but at the same time, mautak talaga. Iba ngayon ng mga bata. So, when it regards to values, how have Filipino family values influence your child? I believe naman kahit pa paano, though may mga attitude din mo maiwasan yun, mga attitude ng aking mga Junakis, I believe naman marunong pa rin silang rumispeto, may takot pa rin sila sa mas nakakatanda sa kanila, marunong din sila makisama kasi yan lagi kong tinuturo sa kanila na you don't select people na pakikisamahan mo, makikisama ka sa lahat. Yun, kasi may mga ibang bata ngayon, selective lang, parang kung sino lang yung nakasanayan nila, yun lang yung kakausapin nila. Tapos parang babaliwalain na yung iba. Ayoko ng ganun. Kasi may mga friends si Riley na ganun. So, minsan, na-adapt niya. Pero ayun, nire-remind ko siya na, mali yun, ganyan. Tapos yun, magalang naman sila sa mas makakatanda sa kanila. Like, nagbe-bless sila. Tapos, yun, nagpo-po and opo naman. Though sometimes, dahil nga ngayon sa generation nila, madalas nag-i-English, nakakalimutan mag-po and opo. So, yun lang naman. For, what milestones or achievements have made you proud as a parent? Every single, pag magulang ka kasi, even the smallest achievement, kahit yung kumanta lang yan bigla sa harap, or, malaman mo lang na may bagay siya na hindi na magawa before tapos nagawa niya, yung mga simple lang, for me, proud na ako doon, like, especially with my kids. But kahit na nag-excel sila sa school, I still push them na kaya pa nilang mas pagbutihin, ganyan. Though sometimes kasi problema na misinterpret ng mga bata na parang it's not enough yung ginagawa nila, but no, na totoo lang, we are so proud. It's just that mas gusto lang namin mag-excel pa. What challenges did your child face at different stages and how were they overcome? So, totoo lang, ngayon, si Riley, struggling pa rin siya kasi medyo bumaba yung self-confidence niya lately. And also struggling siya with her emotions, which is ina-acknowledge na yun sa akin na nahihirapan siya. Sometimes kasi when she gets mad, she's really mad. So, ayun, she's praying about it every time na nahihirapan siya. Yun naman ang lagi ko sinasabi. When you face challenges and when nahihirapan ka, just take a deep breath, count 1 to 5, and then pray, and then pagmulat mo, everything's gonna be okay. Just breathe, ganyan. Yun lang naman lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila. So far, I know she's still trying. I'm sorry, nagsalita yung aking baby. Ayun po, thank you!
And that's okay.
Please introduce yourself,
I'm Micaela Frances Sofia F. Nathan.
age, and section.
I'm 19 years old and I'm from the senior high school currently taking arts and design in the year level grade 12.
Okay. So here I have a bunch of questions asking about your development throughout the years. And first I would like to ask, how would you describe the biggest changes you've experienced as you've grown older?
If I would describe the biggest changes that I've experienced as I've grown older is that I tend to be more like shut in with myself right now, because back then when I was still a kid, I'm very expressive with my emotions and with my problems. But as growing up, I tend to distance myself from people, hide my emotions, and like isolate myself from them and keep my problems to myself.
Okay. Next. Okay. What school subjects or activities do you enjoy the most and why?
If the school subjects that I enjoy the most is our major subject, which is performing arts. The reason why I enjoy this subject is because in performing arts, you tend to get outside of your comfort zone, and that I enjoy it because I can express myself more in ways that I couldn't through words or being honest with myself.
Okay. Next, how do you usually solve problems or make decisions?
Usually I solve problems by first gathering my thoughts and then thinking about what could possibly be the reason why it happened, and I'll try to ask some of my friends for advices and think about it, and once I think about it, I'll make a decision on how I'll handle the situation.
Okay, that's good. And how would you describe your relationship with your friends?
Right now, my relationship with my friends are very healthy. I found people that I can be open with and that I can lean on, since they do not judge me and they really understand me.
Okay, that's good. About challenges though, how do you get along with your family at home?
I can be honest, right? I don't really get along with my family at home, but sometimes we eat dinner together, but that's just it. I don't really get along with them.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to go into too much detail. So what do you do when you feel stressed, upset, or overwhelmed?
I sometimes try to ask my friends and like tend to open up to them, and then I'll try to find things that I want to do as a way of distracting myself or to lessen the stress, like painting or drawing.
Okay. About coping strategies though, what helps you feel confident about yourself?
What? Is it okay if it's like a material thing?
It's fine.
What helps me feel confident about myself is that whenever I put on makeup, it's because it really helps me enhance my features more, and enhancing my features more makes me tend to love it more. Stop, man.
Okay. So next question. How do you handle rules or responsibilities at home or at school?
Technically at home we really don't have rules, but in school I follow the rules as a responsible student. And when it comes to responsibilities, I want to organize what I need to finish first, or what I need to accomplish, and then finish it all accordingly to avoid having more stress because of piled up works.
Okay. Next is, what values or lessons are most important to you? Like, for example, respect, kindness, responsibility.
For me, a value that is important to me is kindness, because in this world, the world may be too cruel, but if you're kind enough to some people, you can actually lessen it little by little.
Okay, that's a beautiful answer. And lastly, what goals or dreams do you have for the future?
Right now, my goals are, I want to surround myself with healthy people, and surrounding myself with them means me being more healthy also, and making wise decisions. And in the future, I actually want to pursue my dreams and goals, which is becoming a fashion designer. And I want also in the future to accomplish is that I want to see myself happy in the future, like more happy.
Okay. Thank you very much for answering our questions.
My name is Anadeja F. De Leon, 22 years old, and I study at University of Perpetual Health, 4th year education, and I work part-time here in Ariza CAFA.
Okay. What changes in health, energy levels, or physical habits have you noticed as you entered adulthood?
As I entered adulthood, I noticed that my sleeping habits are getting inconsistent due to school works and works in my as a part-time worker. And as I grow, my energy levels are dropping down because there are days that were so tired and I can't really be energetic as much as I was before.
My first question for this is, how do you approach decision-making, problem-solving, or long-term planning as an adult?
For me, I approach decision-making, problem-solving, or long-term planning as an adult little by little. I first analyze the variables before I move on to a conclusion.
Next question is that, what educational or career goals did you pursue, and how did they shape your current path?
The educational or career goals that I pursue is that now I'm taking Bachelor of Elementary Education, and it helped me shape my current path. Of course, as a frontman in Ariza CAFA, it develops my speaking skills and the respect I can give to everyone I have to face day by day. So it helped me develop my social skills as well.
That's actually good. That you're also developing your communication skills while you're also able to work as a student. So my next question is that, what challenges have you faced in work or studies, and how did you overcome them?
Lately, I've been facing time management really hard because I'm not used to doing a lot of things every day. But for now, I'm currently overcoming it by starting with small steps and giving myself time and ample time to focus on what I should be doing on this specific hour of the day.
So my first question for this is that, how have your relationships with friends changed as you transitioned into adulthood?
My relationship with friends changed, and it changed me as a person because I believe that everyone that surrounds you explains who you are. For example, I have this type of friends that are not good for me, so I basically just shut the door for them, because if it's not healthy for me, then maybe I'm not healthy for them as well. So I should give myself respect and vice versa.
So how would you describe your relationship with your family or your support network right now?
I would describe my relationship with my family as growing. We've been together for how many years, but every year we learn something new to approach, to love each other more, and we also try to adapt on what each one of us is needing, and it helped me make myself better because my parents is also helping me to grow as a person, not just as their daughter, but as a friend, a mother, and as someone's loved ones.
What qualities do you value most in friendships or romantic relationships at this stage?
The qualities that I value most in friendships or romantic relationships is trust and respect. Basically, if we have trust and respect, then I think we're gonna move forward and be in that kind of relationship that we have for a long time. Because I believe that having trust in your friends or romantic relationship is very, very important. And as well as respect. If you know how to respect their boundaries and they know how to respect yours, then you're both good to go.
Ako si Marjorie Toding Bernice, 44 years old, and working as admin staff sa isang Japanese company.
So, first question, how have your priorities and perspectives shifted as you've moved through middle adulthood?
From 10 years back, so yung priorities in life ko is focused mostly on career development. But now, as yung mga kids ko is also approaching to their adulting stage, so mas nagfo-focus na ako on how to support them in their development as an adult.
And number 4, how do your friendships support you today, and how have they changed compared to earlier years?
In terms of friendship, I have a very small circle of friends kasi. And in terms of support naman, they're still consistent. Although, yung aming communication is not that constant, pero from time to time nakakapagkamustahan kami and nakakapag-open up ng anything, kung ano man yung gustong ma-share in everyday life. So yun, nakakatulong yun para ma-enlighten yung daily lives and challenges natin. So how have, in terms of friendship, support, how have they changed compared to earlier years? In my younger years, syempre, mas maraming circle of friends kapag ka nasa school pa. But, kapag ka nagkaroon na ng mga kanya-kanyang work, so unti-unti, nawala ng communication. Kaya, yung constant na lang na may communication ako ngayon or yung meron akong support na nakukuha from other friends, friendship, is yung mga talagang close friends na lang. Kumbaga, yung sinasabing how they change compared to earlier years is yung frequency of communication. Yun yung pinaka naging changes niya. Nabawasan na.
Number 9, looking back, what values have guided you the most, and how do they influence your choices now?
Stay humble. Always be humble. Kung ano man yung current status, whether nag-struggle ka or whether you are at the top of the mountain with your success, always stay humble. Siguro itong pagiging humble, so yung in terms of humility nga, how it influences my choices. Like for example, choices on how do I present myself in the society, like for example in the workplace or sa community. So just stay humble and be decent lang, presentable, not in a way na sobrang elegante or pretentious. So yun, tingin ko yun yung pinaka impact niya on how it influence yung aking daily choices sa buhay.
Okay. And last question, what hopes or plans do you have for your personal growth or legacy in the coming years?
Ito yung personal passion ko na nasantabi ko na, and still ito pa rin yung plans ko in future for my personal growth or yung legacy na gusto kong maiwan. Yun yung makapag put up ako ng my own business na masasabi ko na ito na yung kumbaga since kabataan ko kasi is we are financially struggling, so yun yung pinaka-goal ko na mag-e-end yung financial struggles ng generation ng family namin sa akin. So yun yung pinaka long-term plan ko for my personal growth and legacy.
Looking back at all the stages we covered, from infancy all the way to middle adulthood, we realized something simple but important. People are always growing. We don't just wake up one day suddenly mature. Every stage has its own struggles and milestones, and they all add up to who we are today. Like learning about human development helped us understand ourselves better and others as well. The things that we used to be confused or frustrated about actually make more sense now when we see people and how people change over time, and yeah, us as well. This also made us more patient with others because everyone is dealing with changes that come with their own stage in life. And that's what psychology teaches us. Not just theories, but also empathy. It helps us see why kids act the way they do, why teens are figuring themselves out, and why adults carry certain pressures. It reminds us that no one's perfect and we're all still learning. So for us, living and growing meaningfully means understanding that we're all works in progress, being kinder to ourselves, being more understanding towards others, and appreciating the small changes that shape us along the way.